Hey, what's going on? This is Mando Crusader, and today we're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering Online. So, for those of you who don't know, Magic the Gathering Online, or MTGO, is basically Magic the Gathering Arena's older and much more complicated sibling. It has a lot more formats. It's got, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, Pauper. It's got basically every format except Historic, which is MTGA only. Um, it's got a lot more cards, pretty much every card in the game, I think. It's a lot more complicated. The only other downside is that you had to buy cards for real money. But that's like the big change. You had to purchase cards for money. But I really like this game. I'm still a bit new to it. I'm still figuring out what works. But I figured that today we'll play some Pauper using this deck here. This is Mono White Enchantments. So, for those of you who don't know, Pauper basically means no rares, and I think no uncommons either. I may be wrong about that, but I think it's no rares, definitely no rares, definitely no mythic rares, and I think maybe no uncommons. Just commons. They're all commons in my deck. This one's technically an uncommon, but it's common elsewhere, so it's legal. Um, yeah, it can be expensive, but overall it's much cheaper than other formats in Magic the Gathering. And this deck in particular cost me $5. I maybe even less. Um, it's very fun. It's sort of, for those of you who play Magic the Gathering Arena, it's sort of like Orzhov or Azorius auras, in that basically there's a lot of enchantment auras, and you use them to buff your creatures. We have a few of them here, but the main two are Aquarian Skyguard and Laguna Band Trailblazer. They both get extra powerful when you put auras on them. So, and we have some other creatures, like I said. We got Deathblade Elite, which can be a really nice blocker, because for 1 and a white, you can prevent all damage that will be dealt to, all combat damage, I should say, that will be dealt to Deathblade Elite. We got Sacred Cat, who is just a nice lifelinker and can also be nice and buffed up, can get you a lot of life that way. Also, it has Embalm, so for 1 white, you can bring it back as a token. Initially, we have all of our auras. We got Benevolent Blessing, Sentinel's Eyes, Hyena Umbra, Cartouche of Solidarity, Ethereal Armor, all sorts of things to buff our creatures nice and big. We got a couple of instants, Merge Unscathed and Karamitra's Blessing. So, for extra buffs, extra protection, the mana base is about as simple as you can get it. 15 planes, 3 secluded steps. You'll mostly be cycling these for extra card draw, but sometimes you'll be playing them as mana. The land might seem a bit low, but really, it's not. As you can see, everything in our deck costs 1 mana, 2 at the absolute most, and if you get into the sideboard, there is 1 card that costs 3. So everything in this deck is really cheap. So yeah, mana is not an issue whatsoever. Speaking of the sideboard, if we pull it out here, we've got, well, I guess we're going to have to look at it like this. We've got 3 copies of Death Speakers, just protection from black if we're facing mono black or our opponent has a lot of black removal. we can just throw these in here and we're good. We've got 3 copies of Lifelink, so that if we need extra health, if we're facing burn or something similar. 2 Seal of Cleansings for artifact and enchantment removal. 3 Suture Priests for creature-based decks. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may gain 1 life. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you may have that player lose 1 life. Just really nice extra damage for creature-based decks like elves. And finally, you have Dust to Dust, which is exile 2 artifacts, so just some extra artifact hate for affinity matchups. So, yep, that's the deck. Again, it's not very complicated. It's very cheap, so if you want to play this for yourself, it's not very prohibitive. Excuse me. Like I said, this whole setup cost me at most $5. So yeah, without further ado, let's get in some games and see how it does. Alright, we're into our first game here. Looks like we're going to be on the draw. And this is an excellent opening hand. We got Laguna Band Trailblazer, Sacred Cat, Benevolent Blessing. We got some cycle lands if we absolutely need it, but hopefully we'll draw some planes. And looks like we're facing red. So this may be over quicker than we like. Alright. A single mountain. A Crowan Skyguard. That is an excellent card to draw right off. So we'll throw out Laguna Band Trailblazer and we'll see what they do. Are they gonna kill it? I have many fears when I see mountains. So let's see what they do. So we do have Benevolent Blessing here. And the great thing about that is it gives us protection. Protection from any color of our choosing. And it just so happens that we seem to be facing mono red. So I am liking my odds here. I am liking my odds a lot. And we do draw that second plains. Let's bring out you know what? I'm gonna put Benevolent Blessing on Laguna Band Trailblazer. We still get the 1/1 regardless. And this way it will be basically immune to anything in his deck. Unless they kill it now, immune to red. And considering this seems to be goblins, I think our Laguna Band Trailblazer is basically immune to... It's basically not immune, it's basically invincible. So they don't cast anything. That is mildly concerning. Okay, let's pay 1 and cycle one of these secluded steps. See what we draw. A Deathblade Elite. Okay, let's throw out Sacred Cat. Maybe we can get some lifelink going eventually here. And if we don't draw another Plains, we may have to play Secluded Steppe as a land. We did have 2, so I was... Okay. That's fine. We can get the Sacred Cat back via Embalm. And we did waste one of his shocks, so that's really cool. Now one thing that would be really nice to draw right now is Sentinel's Eyes. That would be really nice to pop that on our Laguna Band Trailblazer and have it have Vigilance, as well as 1/1. 3/2 Spirit, eh? Alright. Is he going to attack? No, he is not. Okay. Ask and ye shall receive right there. We're going to play our Secluded Steppe, and we're going to Sentinel's Eyes, Laguna Band Trailblazer. Get 2 1/1 counters on it. And give it Vigilance. Additionally, I'm going to throw out a Deathblade Elite. Okay. And we're going to attack this turn, because now, when we attack, our Laguna Band Trailblazer doesn't tap. So that's big. Especially because, again, we are basically invulnerable now. Are they going to block? No, they do not. Are they going to attack? They don't attack with this. Are they going to? Are they not going to? They are not going to. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So they keep all of their mana untapped. Let's play a Crow and Skyguard. We do have Emerge Unscathed if they want to kill it. Make them waste at least 1 removal spell. Although at this point, really all we need to do is draw more enchantments for Laguna Band Trailblazer. And are they going to... What are they going to do here? What are they going to do? They're clearly thinking. They do have 3 mountains untapped. Oh, are they going to block? Are they? Are they going to take the 3? Like last turn. It is a very hard choice, and they take the 3, so... Now that our opponent's down to 14... Oh, you don't need to see that. Alright, a 4th mountain. And at this point, if we draw our 3rd secluded step, then we can just cycle that away. Dwarven Reinforcements. Create 2/1/1 red dwarf berserker creature tokens. Okay. They can't attack this turn. Is he going to attack again? That's the question. Or not again, he's going to attack at all. He hasn't attacked once. And he is attacking with his spirit, maybe? He's still thinking about it. Yep, he is attacking. And I am definitely blocking. Because, well, that spirit is white, it's also red, which we have protection from. At least I think. I think that's how that works. So we're going to block. And even if not, we have 7 toughness. So I wonder what his plan is here. Because he just lost his spirit token. For seemingly no gain. Okay, let's tap 2. And a Benevolent Blessing, a Crow, and Skyguard. Pump that up to 2/2. And make it... and that's GG. Alright. Our opponent scoops. And we won the dice roll. I seem to be playing against the same opponent. That's fun. We'll keep this hand. It's pretty good. We don't get a turn 1 creature, but we do have Benevolent Blessing and a Crow and Skyguard. And our opponent puts down a mountain. We have a Plains. I'm actually going to hold off here. Because I want to have that 1 open for Ethereal Armor. I want to make sure it can't die to a shock. Our Crow and Skyguard can't die to a shock, I should say. And if it can survive 1 turn, then we can make it invincible. Prismari Pledge Mage. Okay. Alright, not expecting that one. But, Alright. Ooh. That's actually the perfect Emerge Unscathed. We are not going to play Ethereal Armor this turn. We're going to keep that mana open for Emerge Unscathed. And then next turn, we're going to do Benevolent Blessing and Ethereal Armor. And at that point, this thing is going to be majorly pumped. It's going to have +2 from 2 enchantments, then +1 from Ethereal Armor, and then +2 from both Ethereal Armor and Benevolent Blessing. And we have Bloodfell Caves here. Interesting. So it looks like we're splashing black this time around. And there is Prismari Pledge Mage and the Shock. Oh boy. Coming in clutch. And we get a +1. Oh, I misread that. We get a +1/+1 from that because it targets Sakro and Skyguard. So it's already a 2/2. Gain protection from red. And eat the shock. And what's he gonna do next? Is he going to attack? If he does, he is. And I think we're just gonna eat the damage here. Because we can't kill it. And while we can block it, I suppose? Oh, Bargain. Okay. Well, we get Trample. It's the Prismari Pledge Mage gets Trample. So we'll take the 5. We will take the 5 and prepare for our counterattack next turn. Because we're going to be dealing a lot more than 5, that's for sure. Get Unbound, Emergent Scathed Rebounds. No, we aren't going to need it. We are not going to need it. Oh! Sentinel's Eyes. And now we gain Vigilance. We're just collecting buffs at this point. And that's the whole point of the deck, right? Is to collect buffs. And they're all tapped out, so they can't do anything about this. So Protection from red. Sentinel's Eyes. And next turn we'll go Ethereal Armor. And now we have a 5/5 of our own. And it's going to get a lot bigger next turn. Unless our opponent has some black removal. And they can't block because we have flying. And we bust our opponent down to 16. Now, the only scary thing is, because that Bloodfell Cave scares me a little bit, because it gives a black mana, so I'm a little bit scared. Does he have black removal in hand? Because if he does, then we may be in trouble. We may be in trouble. So what are they going to do? Not cast anything. Skip combat. Alright. We'll throw out planes. Passes his turn after only playing a land. Well, we'll Ethereal Armor. Our Crowan Skyguard. And this should get us up to a 9/9, I think. Yep. Of 9/9 Vigilance and Protection from red. And we have 2 Karamitra's Blessings in the bank. I don't think he can recover from this. And he can't even block because it's flying. But I can block him because of Vigilance. And that's a big 9 damage, taking our opponent down to 7. 7 life. And we have Karamitra's Blessing, and that's GG. So, yeah, this deck is really fun, and it's also really effective, as this video showed. While we did get matched up against the same person 3 times, it really shows when you get matched up against a mono-colored deck, and you have just one of your protections in hand, Emerge Unscathed, Benevolent Blessing, it's game over. So once you put on your Trailblazer or your Skyguard, it's just game over for the opponent. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. It all helps out. Let me know if there are any other decks you want to play. Well, you want me to play. Well, the decks in this game do cost money. I will try to do my best. Additionally, if you want me to play any other games or play any decks in MTG Arena, which is significantly more doable, let me know. Let me know how this. Let me know. Just let me know everything. So that's it. Have a good one.